Hey everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar, and today's pick a card reading is going to be, do they want you? Do they want to be with you? Okay? Not really on a sexual level per se, more on a romantic level, I guess. I'm not going to be really looking into the sexual aspects, although maybe if I pick it up I will, but... So, with that being said, we have 4 piles. Piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the timestamps will be down below as always. And I want to just say thank you all again for, subscribing, liking, and commenting. I really appreciate you guys. It's really fun to do this. I really like doing these readings, and I'm glad that some of you appreciate them and maybe get some information out of them that, will help you in your life in some way. So, go ahead and pause the video, take some deep breaths, concentrate on the person that you're thinking of, and thinking of the question, do they want to be with me? And, open your eyes and see what kind of pile you're drawn to. Or you could just keep your eyes open the whole time. I tend to do that too. Or you could use a pendulum, whatever way feels intuitively correct for you. But like I said, yeah, I'll see you in your reading. Okay, those of you that chose pile number 1, let me move my candle. I just realized it's not really in the shot, is it? Wait, maybe I should put it over here. It's a little bit tough for me because I'm in a weird position here in this room. I don't really like the table I'm working on, but it's kind of what I have at the moment since I moved, so I kind of have to roll with it. But, yeah, the camera's in kind of an awkward position. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So, for those of you that chose pile number 1, it's going to be your reading. We have in this... Guess what? On Wednesday, I got the Modern Witch Tarot. I posted about it in the community post if you want to see, but I'm super excited about this. I've been wanting it for a while, and Amazon actually sent it out really early, so I'm excited about that because it's not even released yet technically, so hop on that if you want to. I really think it's a great deck, and you'll get a preview of it now. So, we've got... Sorry if my voice gets a bit far when I bend down. I have to talk into the microphone. It's not meant to pick up surround sound, sort of. I don't know. So sometimes it can be like I sound far away. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and then look, I thought that was funny that it came out. We have the Everything is Fine card. This is an addition to the deck, the Modern Witch Tarot deck, which is a great reminder with the 10 of Swords. Everything looks so horrible, but actually everything's fine, right? So the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and then with the Madame and Doris Fortune cards, you're destined to succeed, the Talisman, the Medusa card, so jealousy leads to downfall, and then we have wishing, success, chaos, and then religious factors. Okay, I'll just move this one over here. Okay, so, does your person want to be with you? The person that's on your mind. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Like some of these piles that I pulled today, because I've seen all the cards, you know what I mean? I meditate and take them out. I take forever. My husband's like, why don't you just grab cards? I'm like, that's not how it works. That's why I also don't record it, because these videos would be insanely long if I recorded me shuffling. But, and it would just feel awkward to do it on the camera. I don't think I could do it comfortably. I don't know. Anyways, I'm a self-conscious person. But I noticed that I think like almost all the piles have the 10 of Swords. So what I'm going to say right off the bat is that energy is very prevalent in this situation. So an energy of feeling heartbroken and kind of maybe stabbed in the back. I love how she's looking at her phone, right? Isn't that so modern? Right? Modern, just like the modern tarot, witch tarot. I love that. I do feel like this person has been hurt, and I'm trying to understand whether it's by you or somebody else, or by themselves, because sometimes we, stab our own selves in the back in a way by, with our behavior. I do feel like this person's been putting on a pretty good front with the Knight of Pentacles over here. I feel like with that Knight energy, they're busying themselves with working and or studying or whatever, role they're playing in life right now, whatever part of life they're at. They're really dedicating themselves to keeping busy and focusing more on the material and the tangible things rather than focusing on their emotions or showing them. But I can see that with the Five of Cups here and the Ten of Swords, there's definitely a lot of heartbreak. They're feeling pretty down and out. And I don't know what is causing that, because it's going to be different for everybody. Could have to do with you. It could be that they've gone through personal struggles in their life. You know what I mean? Like the death of somebody, or betrayal, or a loss of a friendship, or a loss of something. Could even be for some of them a loss of a job, but I don't think so. Although it could be that, because that maybe they're just busying themselves looking for a job. But definitely something has hurt them, and they're not really actually looking on the bright side at all. Emotionally, they're a wreck. Because as you can see with the Five of Cups, she's got like the 3 cups laying down and 2 cups behind her that are full, but she's not looking at those. She's focusing on what's fallen, what's not going good. And it's kind of with that Ten of Swords energy. It's just kind of like a final defeat. So I do feel like they feel very defeated. I know I'm probably going to say this a lot with this deck, but it could have been a conversation that was had because of the cell phone in her hand, or the mobile phone. Sorry. And my throat's acting funny. So I do feel like that there has been things that have been said that have hurt them very bad. Some fights. And that's what I'm getting with that Knight of Pentacles over this everything is fine card. It's like, they're like, I'm fine. They're acting fine. Everything's fine. They're putting on a show. Parading around like everything's fucking fine. Oh, everything's fine. Ignore that F word. And again, I feel like, again, with that Five of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, again, throwing themselves into their hobbies, to their studies, to their, dedicating themselves to other things. Trying to not focus on what's hurt them. But I know with that 4 of Swords, again, taking a rest, rejuvenation, trying to rejuvenate themselves in a way. I notice that we have a lot of sitting down, laying down, not moving. We have no movement in any of these cards, pretty much. Because the Knight of Pentacles standing kind of and presenting, not like the Knight of Swords where they're rushing forward, or maybe the Knight of Wands where you feel like there's movement. It's all very stationary. So I feel like this person isn't moving at all. And if they are, it's just trying to make, save money, gain material stuff, like, you know what I mean, working and hustling like that, rather than, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just say some few things here. Let's see here, because I want to look over these cards. So we have the Decessance. Well, I'm going to get into that in a minute. So I'm going to just look at this Medusa card. So we have jealousy leads to downfall. And with this religious factors, I'm getting, like, drawn to say that I almost wonder if the two of you have very different value systems, to where either of you, and this could work on both sides, either side, where you guys totally see things in a different way, and it can lead to jealousy. For instance, talking to somebody too much, or, man, how to say this? I want to try to think about how to say this. Like, where you just have different value systems in how, you live your life, in regards to maybe relationships. Maybe you like to have a lot of friends, and they don't understand that, and get jealous, or vice versa. Or maybe you're very into your family, and they don't understand it because they don't have, like, that kind of foundation in their life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel as if there is some kind of jealous nature, and it could be on your side, their side. Like I said, it can be, those energies are just present between you in some way, I feel like. It could have been that this person was so ridiculously jealous that it led to their downfall in this relationship, and now they've kind of screwed their own selves over. And now they're just kind of like, what have I done? Like, I really messed it up this time. And then we have this chaos card. Chaos card right here. It's like, I almost feel like somebody, when they're angry, whether it's you or this person, is very destructive when they're mad. I see a lot of sword energy. Well, I see some sword energy. I guess we have earth and water and and gosh, air. But I know, like, air signs, my husband's one, they can be, also water signs can be very mean. Like, they can be very mean when they're mad and say really hurtful things. And I kind of feel like this person could be like that when they're mad. Let me just pause the camera. Okay, sorry. It also could be that, well, okay, like I said, I feel like that they could be mean when they're mad and kind of just get so destructive, and then it kind of screws them over in the end. It's like they can't control their temper, or it could be you. But we have this wishing card, and I'd like to, if you don't mind, which I guess you don't have a choice. I'm going to look at the guidebook on this one. I just want to see, like, skim it real fast. I'm not going to read it out. I don't know. I don't really like when other readers read out of the book. I'm not going to lie. I'll just be straight up and forward about that. Usually I don't like it. Sometimes I do it because I feel like it's necessary. But I don't like when other people do that very much. I'd rather them just show it to me so I can read it myself. So I'm just going to show you while I read it myself. Because that's just like, I don't know. I feel that way. I don't know if you do or not. Okay, so I don't know if you read that. I kind of skimmed it. I'm pretty fast. But I just want to just kind of see what it says in regards to this wishing energy. Where? Oh, there we go. There's my other card. I misplaced it. I do feel like that they're wishing for things to change. But they don't... I don't think that they're going to move anytime soon. Just because of that stationary type of behavior that we're seeing in all these cards. Like, nobody's, you know what I mean? There's, like, no movement. And a lot of pretending everything's fine and dandy when it's not. But I feel like when they're alone, they are wishing to be with you. They're wishing for success. We have also another success card. Destined to succeed. Like, they want success in this relationship. But, I don't know if they're gonna do it. I almost want to take I would like to get an advice card for you on this. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'll do this for every pile, but I'm gonna do it for you. Which I'll take this guidebook. That guy at Oracle. Okay, let's get some advice from pile number 1 of this person. Oops. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Hopefully. Right. Okay. I dropped the cards. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I see the 2 cards that came out, and okay, this is gonna be your advice. Take it or leave it, you know what I mean, in regards to this. I think you'll know the situation better, so I just want to point that out before I show you this card. We have liberation, and it says breaking free from a negative attachment. So, like, for some of you, I almost worry that this person is kind of emotionally abusive. Now, that may not be the case for most of you. The reason why I got that is because of that chaos card, because of that Medusa card. I almost am worried that this person could be kind of a jerk to you, and maybe it's not even worth it. they're not worth your affection. For some of you, that's not the case. But I do feel like some of you are going to need liberation in the situation, that you're going to need to just free yourself from this person. And that would be like kind of Spirit's advice for you. For others of you, we have Winter's End. So, oh, I threw that down like a pro. Okay. We have regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. For some of you, I do feel like there will be a positive outcome once this person kind of gets through this. Once they realize everything is fine. What I'm saying here, so I don't sound too confusing, I feel that for a small amount of you, this person is a toxic individual who you need to probably break free from. That isn't in the place, at least at this moment. Even if they do want to be with you, which I think that they do, they wish for it, but they're not really, it's like they want to, but they don't, right? They don't want to make the effort. I can tell you that. I don't think so, not right now, at this moment. And I'm sorry if it sounds harsh, but that's just what I'm seeing in the cards. I feel like they want to, but emotionally they can't right now because of other factors, like whatever I said, you know what I mean? Like different things I've mentioned, it's going to be individual to each of you in your situation, but I just don't feel like most of them are going to be making a move. I think for some of you, and I think you'll know this in your gut when you hear this, you need to let them go and just move on with your life and free yourself from it. If this person isn't very toxic and maybe they're just having a hard time, and maybe, the misunderstandings haven't been too, like, extreme, I would say that this person is going through some kind of regeneration because of this, this Ten of Swords energy. Ten of Swords is, it's like the worst in the you know what I mean, in that case, but it's the end of a cycle. So it means that after, you get yourself back up, you pick yourself back up, and everything's actually going to be fine. Okay, so I almost feel like that they're about to start this regeneration, and get over some of the negativities in their life, and there will be a positive outcome, because we do have like that, you're destined to succeed. So I do feel like there can be success for many of you in this relationship. Do they want to be with you? Yes. Are they in the place to be with you right now? No, not emotionally. So I think it's kind of like a double-sided type of reading. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope that was clear for you and that it resonates and helps you in some way. And I'll see you all in the next reading. Okay, so if you've chosen pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. So let's just set that aside. As I said to pile number 1, I'm sorry if my voice goes in and out. Sometimes when I lean over, my mouth isn't in front of the microphone, and that can make it sound kind of muffled. I try not to do that, but sometimes it's hard for me to see the cards from so far away, because I'm kind of in a goofy position. I have like kind of the camera stand in between me and the table, if you could, you know what I mean? And it's standing because it's not on the table itself. So it's hard sometimes. Okay, so we have the Child of Boons, Strength, the Liar, the Magician, the Enchanter. Well, it's like the Magician. Child of Challenges, and 10 of Challenges. And then we have the Griffin, the Caduceus, Choices and Understanding. Oops, I just knocked that thing around. Express your love and safe to love. So, whoa. Let me just set those over there for now, because I'm going to focus on the tarot first. So, I want to look up at this Child of Boons real quick, up close and personal. So with this Child of Boons, as you can see, it's like a little boy that has found the candy house. Is it Hansel and Gretel? I think it's a story where, they come across the candy house, and then it's an evil witch that wants to put them in the big cauldron and eat them and have kids stew. I feel like this person is so tempted by you. They look and just want to touch. You know what I mean? Like, they see and they're like, I just need to get closer. I need to be with this person. They're just fascinated. And it's kind of almost like a dream come true. Just like for this kid, this candy house or whatever is, like, what? what is this? Like, no way. This is real. This is something that's, can happen. I almost feel like this person sees you in that way. Although I do feel like this person could be a bit young. If they're not young, not necessarily younger than you, they could be younger than you. Or you could be younger than them. There could be an age difference here. But I do feel like there's definitely some... It could be immature or innocent, okay? Like spirit in this person. I don't think we should always say, oh, all the pages are immature. Some of them could just be a little bit childlike. It could be just, it's not immature in a bad way. It could be that they're a bit innocent and they don't exactly, know how to capture those emotions that they have yet, okay? So I definitely do feel like this person's quite fascinated by you on a very physical level, okay? Because it is boons after all. It's like pentacles. Then we have the Strength card. So I do feel like this person feels quite a deep bond with you. They see you as a really good companion, somebody that's patient and kind. And there's a certain comfort between you, a very loving type of relationship where you just have very warm feelings together. And it seems like you just get on very well. But I do feel like that, yeah, there's a sense of patience on both ends for each other. And then we have the Liar. Okay, that's like the devil energy right here. So okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute real quick because I have some messages like about that to say, but I'm just gonna go back over here because these are kind of clarifying. I like to clarify sometimes like down below, and that's what I've been doing today with this spread. I felt like to do that. So with that Child of Boons, as I said, there's that certain fascination that they have with you. It's like they want to touch and they see and they just want to touch and they want to get closer to you and know more in a very in a very physical way. And like I said, it could be like a very innocent wonder, could be a bit immature, like I said. And we have the Enchanter, and what comes after the Fool? The Magician. And the Magician finally has kind of all the elements and is, trying to create something. And as you can see in this one, there's, all of the knowledge here. Let's see if we can see it. I think it's represented in here. They have, he has control of all the life here. And I feel like this person, it's like they're manifesting you. They really are trying to control a situation in some way. I do want to say that this person can be a very slick talker, okay? And I'm not saying that they're not trustworthy, okay? I don't think that for many of you they are, per se. I don't think that necessarily they are, this is what I want to say. I don't necessarily think that this person is bad news, okay? What I do think is that this person can overpromise you things. So, do they want to be with you? Yes, they do. And I'm just going to say that right now so that you know the answer to that. I think that this person really does want to be with you. But I do feel like there are some things that are coming between the two of you. I almost feel like that for some of you, you've been so patient with them, and then they've kind of screwed up something here with that Child of Challenges. So the Page of Swords can be a type of person that, says things that makes a hasty decision, says things out of anger, or let me just look down at the cards here. Yeah, and I also feel like that they're feeling very alone right now. If you see that contrast, there's like the duo there, and then there's just someone sitting alone. And she honestly looks pretty like bummed, don't you think? Can you see it? I hope it's not blurry. My camera doesn't autofocus. Actually, it does, but not when it's on the video. Or maybe it does actually. But I think I have it turned off. I can't remember. Anyways, I didn't want it to make that crazy noise all the time. I think that's why I turned it off. Maybe I should turn that on. Hold on. That totally interrupted my train of thought. Let's see here. No, it says it's on automatic. What? Okay, maybe it doesn't. I could have sworn it did before. Okay, anyways. I do feel like this person is feeling a bit alone right now. Also, with that Page of Swords energy, or the Child of Challenges, there could be a bit of spying from afar. And, you know what I mean, like spying on social media and stuff like that, or trying to keep track of you a little bit. For some of you, this person might see somebody new in your life. I think it's just for a few of you, and they're not liking it. But let's get to the Liar card and the Ten of Challenges. I feel like this person has been deceptive in some kind of way, and it's going to vary so much between all of you on how that occurred. The Liar card is somebody that's a very smooth talker. Can be a bit manipulative. It could be somebody that's, you know, hiding addiction or not really in balance with their heart and their mind. It can also talk about obsessive behaviors. But I feel like whatever, you know, that means to you, it's caused them a lot of pain, and they feel pretty defeated right now. So I am feeling that there's definitely a separation between you guys. That's what I'm getting. Definitely a separation. Like, you see, the only card that has some two in there is this one, and it's very loving. And I think that really represents your bond. This is a vibe I'm getting, of course. I'm just gonna say it, like, you know, what I'm feeling. I feel like that's kind of you, and kind of the picture that they have in their head of you and your relationship. And then there's everything around, like it. Yeah, I feel like that you guys are together right now, but I don't feel like this is like a crush energy. I feel like this person really feels strongly for you. Because if it was just a crush energy, I think it would have been, you know, a little bit more of less serious cards. Hold on, I just need to restart my camera. Sorry, my 10 minutes went up. Yeah, like I said, I feel like this person is... They want to be with you. They want to lure you back in. And some of them might try to be a little bit manipulative about it. They might be trying to, like, get your attention. Some of them might even be trying to get your attention by posting, like, pictures of other people that they know will kind of tick you off, or trying to show off. And they're kind of like trying to get that to get you to come back in a way. Or it could be other things too. It could just be like, oh, I'm having such a good time, or I got this going in my life, got that going in my life. I don't know if they actually have all of that going in their life, okay? Because we do have this beginner type of energy here with these child cards. Like, I don't feel that they exactly have their resources together. You know what I mean? Like, like they may appear to. And I'm not saying that this person's some evil asshole who's, like, you know, trying to screw you over and, like, lie to you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I do feel like that they're trying to, like, get your attention by somehow. Like, do you know what I mean? And it could be very innocent because they really like you. Okay, so while I do think that they definitely do have some heavy feelings towards you, for sure. They even might be a bit addicted and fascinated by you. I can't say that I feel like it's so... Yeah, I don't feel like it's so bad per se. Like, I don't get that vibe per se. Ugh, I keep saying per se. You can dislike me now. Or don't, please, because that hurts my feelings. No, it actually doesn't. I'm pretty hardcore. Okay, so the Griffin, honor and good luck. And you will receive news from afar. So with that, caduceus. Gosh. I do like that this person is They do want to message you, and they're thinking about it really strongly. Like, I almost feel like that they've opened, if you guys have like a chat together, I feel like they've opened it and really thought about it. And they're like, but they just can't push it, like the go button, you know, like send or whatever. It's just too, there's something holding them back. And I don't know what I want to say in regards to something holding them back. We have this honor card. So I almost feel as if something that's come between you isn't honorable, or they feel like it's not honorable. But that might just be for some of you. Okay. Like maybe there's some kind of issue with this relationship. Maybe you guys are, like I said, different ages or different something or different. Something that just doesn't add up to what they think is maybe appropriate. Because especially with that energy of the devil too, they might think that you're so tempting, but so wrong. Do you know what I mean? So we have, for the wisdom of the House of Night, we have choices and understanding. And I just want to take out the guidebook real quick. Not 46. I'm still learning this deck a little bit. I just want to read this real quick. Yeah, I feel like that there's a choice right now. Yes, oh my god, this totally makes sense. Okay. This person wants to be with you really badly. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. They really want to be with you. You are very alluring to them. They think, you know, you're just awesome. But there's something about this that isn't honorable, or that they're worried. It could be that they're in a relationship, or that they are otherwise engaged in something, and or like I said, age something. It just feels like there's something that really makes them question whether it's a good thing or not, a good choice or not. Okay, it's kind of like choosing between good and bad, because you see that, like, you know, the white wing, the black wing, and there's just like, you know, like a little angel on one side, a little devil on the other, and it's like they don't know which voice to listen to, and it drives them nuts because they don't like not, you know, being near you. They don't like the separation that's going on, or what, you know what I mean? I feel like for many of you, you will hear from this person, but I do feel like that for most of you though, I really feel like it's a battle right now between them. Like in their head, they're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Should I do this? Should I do this? Is this the right thing to do? There's definitely some issues. If you want to enlighten me on what those are, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. But now, understanding. Oh, my candle just went out. That's not a bad omen, by the way. It was already lit a long time ago, so don't worry. Some people, when the candle goes out, they'll be like, oh, that was a bad sign. And I had one reading where I was like, oh my god, I think that was a bad sign. And then, but most of the time, it's just literally because I lit that, it was in the last video, this candle. Oh, there are my chewy lemon heads. My kids got Christmas candy, Halloween candy. And, oh yeah, I called dibs on these. I haven't had those in years. Okay, so understanding. I'm just going to get into this really quick. And I'm going to, as I told pile number 1, I don't like very much when readers read out of the guidebook. So I'm going to let you read from it if you'd like. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't, I apologize. I'm just going to read it myself. Just to see kind of how I feel like it fits in. Because I haven't had this card. It's kind of a new deck, this Oracle deck. And it's not like tarot where I can, you know, read it a little bit better. You got to learn the cards kind of. So it's one thing to read something or to hear something, but it's another thing to really know your past. Yeah, so understanding. I do feel like this person is trying to understand their feelings, and, you know, whether, you know, like I said, about whether it's a good idea, a bad idea. And as well for you, maybe you know the struggles this person's going through, especially if it's been a little bit like you've been closer. It's like almost like I feel like that there's a message for you, like to use understanding and not be too, maybe, not that you're being impatient, and I'm not saying you have to wait for this person forever, obviously. Like, really, no. I mean, if they're not going to come forward, then what's the point? But you shouldn't, like, put your life on hold for somebody that doesn't make you a priority. But I do feel like that this person isn't doing this necessarily out of being mean or bad. I feel like they're just in a rough spot right now. For whatever that reason is, like I said. Maybe they're just not where they need to be financially, like I said, it could be so many different things. But they do want to be with you. We have express your love. So go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Some of them might be choosing whether to express their love. And then we have it's safe for you to love. So that could be another thing with that. Is it safe for you to love? I almost feel like that for some of them it could be that they want to keep their honor in the fact of not feeling ashamed if they do open up and then you turn them down. Do you know what I mean? And it's almost like they're trying to like lure you in because you're the best thing that they've seen. And they kind of want you to say it first, type of thing. Maybe they've already said it and you didn't, or they put out hints or whatever, and they feel like that you didn't really respond in the way that they wanted. Maybe you weren't at that place yet, or for whatever reason. I do feel like though that this person is kind of hurting, and something is going on in their life that's bothering them. And there's definitely some kind of, with this 10 of challenges, or child of challenges, sorry. And the 10 of challenges. I do feel like that, they feel very alone mentally right now and not sure what to do. Kind of confused about how to move forward. Feeling a little bit lost in the woods is what I would say. Lost in the forest in some way of their mind. And that, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling and my camera's about to go out. And I think this is like the second round of video I did. So I'm way going over my limit. But I do feel like this person wants to be with you. And like I said, everything else, at the end of the day, I think this person does want to be with you. And you probably will hear from them, or they want to hear from you. So that's not conclusive on whether it's going to be you or them. For some of you, I really feel like this person's waiting for you to make contact. And for others of you, I feel like that they are really on the edge of doing it. It's like they've opened it up. They've stared at it. Like they've contemplated, they've wanted to touch it. Like it just push the message, or make the call. And then they just finally are like, oh, I can't do this. That's just like kind of what I'm getting. So they keep, reverting to doing this kind of like, I'm going to try to tempt you type of stuff. Like, I'm going to show you, like, what I can be, or like what's going on with me, or, you know what I mean? Trying to like I said, get your attention in some way. Because at the end of the day, they do feel like you are a good companion, somebody that's, they share a close bond with, that's patient, kind, and loving. And they feel like that towards you as well. Like, it's kind of like a mutual, this is a very mutual bond, emotional bond. But yeah, like for some of them, it's like they're not sure. So it's like it's safe for you to love, express your love. I almost feel like that they feel like it isn't for some reason, for whatever reason that is, whether it's something that, like they've tried before and it wasn't reciprocated, or maybe they've got something going on in their life where, they can't. And I do feel, like I said, understanding that there does need to be maybe some understanding on your part. And understanding doesn't mean you have to stick around and wait for them. It just means, like, understanding the situation and trying to open your heart to that information, and, without too much anger, and holding grudges. Because that's not healthy. And then we have, like choices, as I said. I feel like, there's a good and a bad choice almost. Like they just don't know which to choose. Should they choose the light side, the dark side? And And like I said, I don't feel like that's too negative, just like that liar card, the devil. I don't think it's like very negative. But I do feel like for many of them, like honor, they might not feel like luck's in their favor, although we didn't get the Wheel of Fortune, so I would say more I would focus on the honor of it. I feel like there's either something that they worry is dishonorable about this relationship, or they're worried about their honor in terms of feeling like a fool if you turn them down. So there you go, pile number 2. I hope that helps. I rambled a lot. You can just like unsubscribe right now and and just like, no, don't do that. Okay. Or do that, whatever you want. Love you guys. I hope that you have, a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you all in the next reading, and good luck with your connection. Okay, so those of you that have chosen pile number 3, this is your reading. So, like I said to other piles, what was that? Something filled up. Okay, that scared me. Okay, so like I said to the other piles, sometimes if my voice gets muffled, it's just because I'm leaning forward away from the microphone. I try not to do it, but sometimes it's necessary. Okay, so does your person want to be with you? Let's see what we've got here. We've got the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords. Like, holy smokes, guys. Like, the first 3 piles have had the 10 of Swords. Like, what are you all doing to these people? or what's happening to them? That's funny. Okay, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and 3 of Swords. As well as the Dagger, the Siren, Honesty, Reminder, and Focus. And this could be the one. Okay. Well, oh man. Guys, what is going on with this pile? So, does your person want to be with you? Yeah, maybe. I think. Let's look. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, and it's clarified by the 9 of Wands over here. If you can, if you could not tell from the imagery, there is definitely a sense of defensiveness in both of these people, in both of the characters in the cards. They're both in the defensive stance, and I feel like this person is definitely defensive at the moment. And over here we have that 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. So it's like, in the 3 of Swords clarifying the 10 of Swords. So why do they feel like that? Why? Because they're freaking heartbroken. For some of you, this person could be in a relationship with somebody else, or have somebody, maybe a nosy mother, a bossy mother, or a bossy woman in his life, if it's a man, or it could be, if it's a girl, also a bossy woman in her life. Somebody who's like, kind of like, okay, because with that Page of Cups energy, that's a crush energy. That's like sweet. It's like puppy love. But then we have that Queen of Swords. So it could be that that's themselves. Like, they're crushing their feelings with logic. Like, oh, this won't work, or, it's not logical, or these feelings aren't logical that I'm having. This doesn't make sense. Like, that type of energy. Which can be very good sometimes, right? But it's not, it's not always beneficial to be logical, okay? So for some of you, like I said, I feel that this person could have somebody in their life like that, or maybe they could have these qualities themselves. Because we have lots of sword cards. So that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And air energy is very logical and likes to think a lot. And so there is a lot of mental going on right now in regards to this person, more so than that emotion, right? That Page of Cups. It's kind of trumping over that right now. But they do feel like they've been like really hurt. Like we have, multiple swords in the back, swords in the heart. We just got swords all over the place. I feel like they feel quite heartbroken about something, and that's something to get, going to be hard for them to get over, I think. Okay, let me just look at these two cards. We have the dagger and the siren. So with the dagger, it says conflict and danger lie in wait. For some of you, this person could feel that this connection is dangerous and is just going to lead to heartbreak. That could be that logical attitude coming out. That mindset of like, oh, this isn't going to work because it's just not possible. Or, I'm an ice queen with no feelings. And I'm going to crush any sort of, budding emotions I do have. And they're ready to kind of protect themselves. That's, oh, wow, really, for real. I really feel like this person feels like they do have feelings for you, okay? But do they want to be with you? I'm not sure, because I really feel like, okay, there are feelings there, like I said, so that's a positive thing. I do see that there are some emotions here with the Page of Cups. They are very interested in you with that Page of Swords. But I feel like they think that this situation is just going to lead to heartbreak and hurt. And they are like, they might not want to take the risk because they really are thinking with their logic and not really, it's overruling that little heart energy there that's there with that Page of Cups, that emotional energy. Oops. We have the siren, so temptation may lead you astray. I do feel like that you are quite alluring to them. They're tempting to them. I don't know, this person could, for some of you, I think a small amount of you, if this person, this is a known behavior of theirs, they could be kind of a player. Because they don't really, like, it's almost like, for instance, like, sex to them would be very, mental, I couldn't think of the word, mental rather than emotional, and so it's like they might hook up just for like the mental pleasure of it. That I don't think that's going to be the case for most of you, okay? So if that doesn't resonate and you're like, oh no, this person doesn't, no, then don't take it, just leave that. But for some of you, it's like I almost feel like this person could be a player, and if they are, I feel like they feel kind of crappy about it, like they kind of might have screwed their own selves over. And we do have this could be the one. So I do feel like I said, it's like you already met the romantic partner so you seek. I feel like this person does really feel like that with that Page of Cups there. They feel like you're the one. But they're crushing these feelings with all this logic. And it's hurting them in the end. Because, some people are like that though. They'll just want to follow that stupid logic of theirs and then get themselves hurt over it. We have honesty, reminder, and focus. And let me see something really fast. I want to see the guidebook here. I do feel like perhaps this person's been honest to you, and it hurt them in some way. Maybe they made a confession. I'm just saying that looking off of it. I just want to look at the guide though, the guidebook. A little bit. I do feel like this person's trying to be honest with themselves, and that's kind of what the whole problem is with that honesty card. Trying to be honest with themselves about this connection, but then it's hurting their heart, and it's hurting them a little bit, and it's I feel like they're a pessimistic person. Okay, so we have a reminder card, and it says, oh God, I told this to the other piles. I'm going to just put it out there for you to read if you want. It's like maybe they've had this type of situation before, and they're scared to go forward because they're afraid that it will be like it was before. Because we have this reminder. So it's like, it says, I'll just read this part right here. It says, my child, sometimes I need to remind you of a lesson you've already learned. So like they might be like, maybe they've had those feelings before for somebody and it didn't go very well in their favor, you know, and they're just kind of scared to open up. Yeah, and then we have focus. This is a good card. I need to read this one. I'm going to pause it real quick and restart my camera because I only have 35 seconds left. Okay. I'm just going to, if you want to read it. So if I give you an arrow and bow to use, how will you shoot and hit your mark? This is a reminder that you must let go of all distractions and have the courage to give it your all. Your arrow will be drawn to whatever you focus on, so keep your eye on the target. However, remember that you can't control every outcome. Just as the wind can influence the path of your arrow, there are many other factors. Oh wait, I just threw an other that wasn't even there. There are many factors determining the course of your plans. To achieve anything, you must focus, take aim, and let go. So, I definitely feel like they're focusing on you and trying to not repeat a mistake that's been made in the past that hurt them a lot. But so I almost, like I said, I just feel like that they're being defensive. I was touching my candy. I'm not going to, sorry. I forgot I'm filming, so I can't eat candy. Or then that would be annoying. Yeah, I do feel like that there's definitely a focus on you. But they're reminded of, you know, past hurts, I think. Or past things that they've done. Maybe they have a pattern of this. I do feel like they do have this feeling that you could be the one. And I'm just going to, I'm going to clean up these cards real quick. And I want to take an advice card for you. I did it for pile number 1 as well. My camera is dying. What the heck? That was fully charged. Okay. Advice for pile number 3, please. What advice? Oops. That's not the card. I feel it. That's not it. Oh, there we go. Goddess of Creation. Let's see if we have one more. Oh, shoot. Remembrance and Message of Love. I just like knocked them all on the ground. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Good job, Lisa. Okay. Hopefully that's all of them. Okay, so we have So, Goddess of Creation, Transformative Creativity, Wholeness. I almost feel like this person, like I said, with that Page of Cups energy, I feel like this person has those budding feelings, they definitely have a crush on you, for sure. And it's almost like I feel like they need to get in that needs to grow more for this to be transformed, for them to fully want to be with you. So it's like I feel like that they do want to be with you in a way, but on the other hand, it's like it may not happen right now because they are too defensive and they're a little bit scared. I feel like it's early in the connection for a lot of you guys. Remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotion. Again, wow, that came out. You saw me shuffle that, like, for real. Well, maybe you didn't because I was behind the camera, but I shuffled it, honestly, I promise. That it's interesting because that's kind of like the thing. I feel like that there's been past hurts and they're remembering the connection right now. Maybe connections with other people where they maybe opened their heart and it wasn't, you know, it didn't go very well. And then we have Sacred Earth Mother, which is a message of love. I do feel like they want to tell you these things. And they will probably in due time. But right now they're just not quite there yet. Maybe you could encourage this person, you know, by offering them messages of love. And I don't mean like saying, oh, hey, I love you. I mean like, you know, being nice to them. If they feel like, you know, as long as they're not like being a jerk to you and like, you know, abusive or something like that. If they are, then don't bother. But I mean, if they're, you know, maybe you see that they are really kind of struggling, that maybe their logic, like try to warm up their heart. Try to get on their level. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting. Maybe talk about, you know, the past with them and see if maybe you could talk them through it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just give them loving energy, kind of, is what I'm saying. So, I hope that resonates with you and helps you in some way. Sorry, I rambled a lot and had some drama. But, love you guys, and I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end of this reading and not clicking off. So I'll see you all in the next reading. Thank you again for watching. Okay, pile number 4. This is your reading. So let's, like I said to the other piles, hopefully you haven't watched the other piles and heard this repeated 50,000 times. If I get muffled, sometimes it's just because I'm moving my mouth away from the microphone because I have to lean forward and this thing doesn't really pick it up very well. So I'm trying not to do that. I apologize if it happens sometimes. So we've got, okay, does your person want to be with you? Okay. 4 of Wands. The World. Knight of Swords. 8 of Cups. The Hierophant. The Sun. The Shield. The Mystic Circle. And the Oracle. Deceit and Love. For yourself very soon. Oh gosh, okay. I think that they do want to be with you. Man, my camera is dying. I have to be quick, but I need to think about this. So with that 4 of Wands, I definitely feel like that you are somebody that they really like to be with. They like to spend time with. They do want, there is a commitment that's indicated kind of almost to me with the 4 of Wands. There's a solid foundation there for them. It's like a celebration. So they might even sometimes, you know, imagine marrying you or being together. But we have that clarified by the 8 of Cups. So I almost wonder if this person has to walk away from something in order to achieve that. Or maybe they had these dreams before and it's kind of like they had to leave it behind for some reason. For some of you, it might be that they are studying something. Like that they had to go to study something or they had to go travel somewhere. We have the World. Like, I feel like that they find you to be the kind of the whole package is what I'm getting. But yeah, I almost wonder if this person I don't know, you might have 2 people that are into you and maybe they feel like the other person is too competitive and aggressive. And they don't want to compete for you. It's like, so they kind of walked away from the situation. That might resonate for some of you. Or vice versa. I do feel like that there's some kind of travel movement. Like, there's definitely been some sort of something going on in that way. Perhaps one of you, like I said, had to go and travel somewhere, maybe to study something, learn something. But like I said, for some of them, it could be that they're I don't know. I feel like this is such a weird reading. I almost want to say that for some of you, it's like I really feel like they do want that with you, the marriage stuff. Because we have the Hierophant. It's kind of like, can be about even marriage, by the way. Or society. It's just, you know, like kind of like following the rules and stuff. What's good in the eyes, you know, of the world. Like I almost am getting this sense of like, what's, you know, good to do, what's right to do, but then we have that 8 of Cups walking away. So it's almost like I wonder if they have to walk away from somebody else in order, you know, to be with you, because it's like, you know, part of, you know, the norm. With that Knight of Swords, though, I think that they definitely want to tell you something. They definitely want to deliver some kind of message to you, to tell you some kind of truth. I do think it will be happy because it's clarified by the sun. So I do feel like that it would definitely be something that brings light to their feelings and the connection in some way, for sure. That will, enlighten you in some way. Or it could be that you'll hear it from somebody else. Some kind of truth that will kind of, I do feel like it's going to be a happy truth for most of you. A happy but urgent truth. Or at least that's what they want. Okay, so we have, you're safe from harm. So yeah, I do feel like that the message won't be too bad. Like whatever the communication or the interaction is going to be, it won't be too bad. We have that. Your abilities will be enhanced and seek wisdom and guidance from elders. There might be somebody in your life that's trying to guide you in this or guide them in this and tell them kind of what to do. So maybe they've been influenced by somebody around them that seems very smart and knowledgeable and they trust, that told them, hey, this isn't a good idea. And maybe that's true. Or it could just be that when you also seek guidance from elders, it's kind of just like the rules of society, like the Hierophant, right? It might be that they're just doing what they think is necessary, what they think is the right thing to do. Your abilities will be enhanced. Yeah, I almost feel like you might be getting intuition about this situation yourself, like feelings and stuff about it. Free yourself, and very soon. So yes, I do feel like that this person is going to get in contact with you very soon, if they haven't been, or that something's going to progress very soon. I do think that they want to be with you, and like perhaps they've walked away in the past, but I think that they have been considering it and having some maybe realizations, because the world is about completion. So I feel like something completed in a way, but they're like, not just yet. Wait, I'm coming back because I need to tell you something. It could be that they walked away from other things in life, though. It doesn't have to be from you. So if you are in communication with this person, it could have been that they've been walking away from other things, like other bad behaviors or emotional ties or something like that. Free yourself. And like when I said walk away from you, it could be that they just had to move. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that they you're in separation completely, like emotionally and physically. We have free yourself. So I do feel like that they either want to tell you to free yourself, or in some way maybe you're bound up, or they're trying to free their own self. Maybe. God, I said this in the other piles, and I feel like I say this a lot, but for some of you, it could be something that's a bit got issues with the relationship, like taboo, because of these cards. Like, I don't know, I just feel like something in that way. We have deceit and love. I want to read the deceit card because I don't think maybe I've drawn it before, but I don't remember. Okay. In the house of night, there's one who's betrayed herself and all those who looked up to her. I'm also warning you that someone may be stabbing you in the back. Regardless of the circumstances of your question, I warn you about deceit. There will be a price to pay for betrayal in all forms. Only you know how much it will cost. That said, although the energy of betrayal can be seductive, I'm stronger. You are forewarned. Be careful with your choices. And then we have love. So choosing this symbol is a powerful sign that love in all forms is in your life now. There's a responsibility to this also. You must give love freely without conditions and love others because your heart is open. There's something else here to consider. Love can be a confusing force too, and can sometimes ask a sacrifice of you. If your heart is aching and feels like it's broken, know that love is a greater love for you later. No matter what you are, where you are in your life right now, love has come to guide you into an important experience, trust and love. I wonder if there's been some kind of deceit, though, with this person. Or that there's something deceitful about it. That's what, well, I did say that taboo stuff. Maybe there's something going on that's not so right about this relationship. I don't know. Now I'm kind of feeling weird. I'm feeling weird. Man. Maybe there is a reason that they walked away. Maybe there was someone else in their life and they didn't want to be deceitful to that person. And that's kind of what this deceit card is referring to. I don't know, maybe it's a warning for you if you're in a relationship already. And this is a different person that you're thinking of. Eek. Yeah, I do feel like that there's definitely feelings for you here. Sorry, my camera went over its 10-minute mark. I do feel like that there are feelings from this person for you. And I do feel like you're going to get some kind of communication, like something that's going to bring light. It could bring light to some deceit that's been happening for you, that might cause you to free yourself. I hate giving these messages, like, honestly, because there's so many of you watching, and I don't think that's going to be true for all of you. And I don't want you sitting there like being scared or something or nervous. Okay? Like, I really don't want you to focus on the energy, because it may not be relevant to you. You know what I mean? It might not be that. You know, and deceit can go in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be that they're, you know, doing something bad behind your back. It could be that they, you know, went to the store and didn't get you a candy bar. You know what I mean? Like, well, I don't, you know, not as mundane as that, but you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be. I don't want you to, like, get in negative energy over this. If there has been, okay, I just got something. If there has been something where they've been unclear about their feelings, it's going to be clear. They're going to give you some clear indication about it. Like, maybe this deceit has been that they haven't been telling you really what's kind of going on with them, because they maybe just been ignoring you and walking away, and not with this connection. I do feel, like I said, it's going to be happy news with this Sun card. But even if it's not happy, it's definitely going to be brightening on the situation. It's going to bring a lot of light and understanding there. Yeah, I almost feel like this person needs to free themselves from some kind of cycle. We have that World card as well, which talks about a completion of a cycle in a way. So it's like, I almost feel like that they're coming to that completion. For some of them, they might be getting divorced, and then they're going to tell you about it. But yeah, I do feel like warm feelings from this person for you. They do like you. They do want some kind of friendship, stableness. Like, not necessarily friendship. I mean, it could be a romantic relationship as well. They definitely feel emotions for you, and good emotions. But I think you shall hear from this person soon about this. So it might give you more information. Gosh, I feel like this reading was a mess. Sorry, guys. I just feel like there's just different energies coming all over here. But yeah, anyways, like I said, bottom line, they do like you. I think they do want to be with you, even though maybe they've not been able to. Definitely feel like there's been some kind of distance going on. Some kind of walking away in some way. Like I said, it doesn't have to be walking away emotionally, like, oh, we're breaking up. It could have been walking away, like literally moving away. And getting, you know, moving away for a while and losing touch a little bit. I do feel like that there is something, societal expectations about this, like, that's something like that. They could be getting, like I said, advice from somebody that's telling them kind of what they should be doing. Somebody that they might look up to, or they see as somebody that because we have that advice from elders card over there. But yeah, anyways, I think you're going to find out more information about this person soon enough. I do feel like that they want to rush in and tell you something that's true, and will give you definitely more light on this. So I hope that helps you and resonates with you, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you all in the next reading.